Global TV News Prime, former Senate spokesperson Ayegu dies at 66. Naira losses 0.64% against dollar at official market. MFLA printed 684.5 million naira with 18.9 billion naira, says EFCC in a fresh charge. At the foreign scene, UK Varsity offers Nigerians 44 million scholarships, and sports Nigeria wins ICC award. Hello and welcome to all the viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Prime here on Global Television. We're live in the nation's capital, Abuja. I'm Edikan Michael. Former Vice President of ECOWAS Court of Justice, Professor Nwoke Chijioke, has spoken out against a press conference organized by the Chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, in relation to his discussion with former Governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello. Professor Chijioke criticized the EFCC approach, denouncing it as an unfair trial and labeled it as a media trial. Chijioke stressed on the importance of discretion in such matters, emphasizing the institutions of justice like EFCC should conduct investigations discreetly without involving the media. The Federal Ministry of Health, the National Malaria Elimination Program, and the Rollback Malaria Partnership in Nigeria have joined the rest of the world to commemorate the 2024 World Malaria Day. In a ministerial press briefing and exhibition held in Abuja, the World Malaria Day celebration provides the opportunity for awareness creation of malaria and the effort of the government and partners towards malaria elimination in Nigeria. Fawzia Lukman has the details.
Over the years, malaria has disappropriately affected the most vulnerable populations, namely pregnant women. In fact, children under 5 years of age, refugees, migrants, and internally displaced people, perpetuating cycles of poverty and inequity. The World Health Organization (WHO) have revealed that out of 249 million malaria cases in 85 malaria endemic countries, Nigeria contributes over 1.3 million increase in cases, and this makes it the number 3rd contributor in the world for 2022. WHO African region shoulders the heaviest malaria burden with a contribution of 94% and 95% of malaria cases and deaths. WHO representatives in Nigeria, Dr. Walter Kazadi Mulumbu, who was represented by Dr. Alex Chimbaru, Deputy Country Representative, said fight against malaria is not just a health issue, it is a matter of social justice and human rights.
However, amidst the challenges, there is hope amongst ourselves, amongst the world. Together under the guidance of FMH and MEP, we have made remarkable strides in malaria control and prevention thanks to the tireless communities, dedicated individuals, as well as agencies who are supporting malaria eradication. Through robust surveillance, innovative interventions, and strengthened health systems, we have saved countless lives and reduced untold suffering.
In our goodwill message, United States Agency for International Development (USAID) Nigeria Deputy Director Sarah Watt says according to WHO, Nigeria has about 69 million cases of malaria in 2022. That is about 27% of the global malaria burden, adding that the President's Malaria's Initiative PMI helped save over 10.6 million lives and prevented 1.7 billion malaria infections worldwide since 2000.
As the world's leading global health donor, the United States is committed to working with our partners to intensify efforts to end malaria. The World Health Organization estimates that Nigeria had nearly 67 million cases in 2022, accounting for 27% of the global malaria burden. Also in 2022, Nigeria accounted for 31% of global deaths and 38% of global deaths in children under the age of 5. Together with our partners, since 2000, the President's Malaria Initiative helped save over 10.6 million lives and prevented 1.7 billion malaria infections worldwide. In Nigeria, malaria deaths decreased from 194,000 in 2021 to 188,000 in 2022.
Speaking to journalists on strengthening the health system through interventions, Dr. Michael Adekunle of the RMB Partnership to End Malaria says it is crucial for infrastructure.
When we talk about malaria, when we talk about HIV, when we talk about TB, we need to make sure that all our interventions are really linked towards strengthening the health system. Strengthening the health system, will take care of the infrastructure, the data, the surveillance, as you said. So really our scope from a global perspective, working together with WHO, is how do we support our countries to be able to do that. And Nigeria is one of them, and that's what we will also be looking at in terms of really strengthening that data gathering.
Fauzia Lukman, reporting for Global TV News.
Taraba State Police Command said it's on the trail of the former chairman of Takum Local Government Council, Honorable Shiban Tagiri, over the alleged murder of the late Honorable Ozie Ibi, former member representing Takum in the State Assembly. Ibi was kidnapped on December 30, 2017, was found dead at the old site of SCC Quarry along Takum Kwashimila Road in Takum Local Government area of the state. The body of the lawmaker was found 16 days after he was kidnapped by the unknown gunmen from his house located opposite Ada Barracks in Takum area of the state. Those involved in the killing of the former lawmaker were arrested and prosecuted at the Taraba High Court presided by Justice Joel Aike, where the convicts during cross-examination confessed that they were contracted by Tagiri to abduct the victim. A former Senate spokesperson, Ayogu Ezaz, died at the age of 66. Ezra, who represented the Enugu North Senatorial between 2007 and 2015, passed away on Thursday in Abuja Hospital after suffering from an undisclosed illness. Ezra, who is also one of the founding members of the People's Democratic Party, 2023 as the Federal Commissioner for Revenue and Location. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission may prosecute 300 forex racketeers trading on a peer-to-peer platform outside the financial regulations. The FCC Chairman Ola Alekude, who gave this indication during an interactive program with editors and bureau chiefs in Abuja, revealed that accounts were frozen following a court order. It is closed that one of the accounts traded over $15 billion in the past year. Recently, the federal government told the Nigerian Communications Commission blocked the online platform of Binance and other crypto firms to avert what it considered continuous manipulation of the forex market and illicit movement of funds. It also detained two senior executives of Binance, a cryptocurrency exchange, amid its effort by the government to rein in speculation on the Naira by cracking down on cryptocurrency exchanges. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has filed a fresh charge at the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory against the embattled former governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele. The FCC in the charge accused Emefiele of approving the printing of 684,590,000 at the rate of 18.96 billion naira. The FCC alleged that Emefiele broke the law with intent to harm the public during his implementation of the Naira swap policy of the administration of former President Muhammadu Buhari. The anti-graft agency also accused Emefiele of unlawfully approving the withdrawal of 124.8 billion naira from the Consolidated Revenue Fund of the Federation. Insurance Corporation has inaugurated an anti-corruption and transparency unit at its headquarters in Abuja. Speaking at the inauguration, which was conducted by officials of the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, the Managing Director and Chief Executive of NDIC, Bello Hassan, said the corporation has a culture of zero tolerance for corruption, which is further strengthened by its core values of teamwork, respect and fairness, integrity, professionalism and passion. He explained that the specific measures include robust internal controls, regular risk assessment and strict adherence to the regulatory guidelines and comprehensive training programs for employees. Now, the Nigerian Port Consultative Council has expressed support for the single window project, calling for the quick implementation in order to improve ease of doing business in the nation. In a statement by the chairman of the council, Bajode Samula, said that the project, when fully implemented, will not only increase the ease of doing business in Nigerian port, it will further assist the facilitation of trade in port and border port. Samula stated that the council is ready to assist the implementation project by way of monitoring its progress and give necessary advisory support. The Federal Airport Authority has said it has diverted all flight operations from the Murtala Mohammed Airport's Terminal 1 to the D wing of the airport over a fire incident. FAN also added that the engineers at the airport have disconnected power from the entire A wing of the airport to quench the ravaging fire, which started around 5:29 a.m. on Thursday. According to a statement signed by the Director of Public Affairs and Consumer Protection, Obiageli Ora, smoke which eventually turned into fire and erupted from the E54 bridge. FAN, together with Airport Rescue and Firefighters Services team, were said to have restored calm in the area after some airport staff and travelers took to their heels. And no fewer than 119 inmates of the Medium Security Custodial Center at Suleja, Niger State, have escaped following hours of heavy downpour which destroyed parts of the facility on Wednesday night. Spokesman of the Federal Capital Territory FCT Command of the Nigeria Correctional Service, Adamo Dauza, disclosed this in a statement. According to him, the service has immediately activated its recapturing mechanism and in conjunction with sister security agencies and so far recaptured 10 fleeing inmates and taken them into custody while still in a hot chase to recapture the rest. And the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority have suspended the air operator's certificate of Dana Air. This came barely 24 hours after Dana airplane coming from Abuja landed at the Lagos Airport runway and veered off into a nearby field. Dana airplane with registration number F5NBKI had 83 passengers on board. However, all the passengers and crew members disembarked unhurt. The commission, in its letter signed by the acting director, Chris Angajo, said that the airline had been suspended while awaiting the investigation report from the Nigeria Safety Investigation Bureau. Said it has initiated an in-house compliance assessment of the occurrence, taking into account Dana's track records in related occurrences. Nigeria and 15 other countries have been boosted with $36.5 billion in new funding to eliminate street trauma in the countries. Country Director for Site Saver, Dr. Joy Shaibu, an international development organization, made this known in a statement in Abuja. Trachoma, according to the news agency of Nigeria, is a neglected tropical disease which begins as a bacterial infection that affects the eye and causes vision loss and permanent blindness. Shabu said the funding was under its Accelerate program aimed at eliminating the disease by 2027. You're watching News Prime, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're on Star Times channel 276. Kindly follow us on all social media platforms using our Global TV NG and all the handles now shown on the screen. When the News Prime returns, FAN diverts flight operations as fire break out at Lagos Airport. These and other stories come right after this break. Stay with us. You're watching News Prime, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital. Many times for staying with us on Global Television News Prime. On the foreign scene, U.S. President Joe Biden says his country would start sending fresh weapons and equipment to Ukraine within days. The United States Senate approved a $95 billion and 76 billion euros foreign and aid package that includes military support for Israel and Taiwan, as well as Ukraine. Biden vowed to sign it off as soon as it reaches his desk on Wednesday, so that the aid can be sent this week to Ukraine, as which has recently stepped up its call for Western assistance as Russia makes steady gains in its invasion, included in the package of $61 billion in military aid for Ukraine. It passed the Senate in a bipartisan vote of 79 to 18. And in business news, the Federal Ministry of Finance has recovered over $57 billion from the $5.2 trillion debt owed by the ministries, departments and agencies to the federal government. The Director of Special Projects, Federal Ministry of Finance, Aisha Omar, disclosed this in Enugu during a one-day workshop on the federal government's debt recovery drive through the Project Lighthouse program for the Southeast Zone. Declaring the event open, Omar, represented by the Deputy Director of Special Projects in the Ministry, Bright Maluku, revealed that the debt came to the spotlight from data aggregated from over 5,000 data across more than 93 MDS. Another Naira further depreciated at the official market, trading at 1,208.52 Naira to the dollar. Data from the official trading platform of the exchange platform that oversees the Nigerian Autonomous Foreign Exchange Market revealed that the Naira lost 8.37 Naira. This represents a 0.64% loss when compared to the previous trading date on April 23rd, when it exchanged at 1,300 Naira to 15 to $1. The federal government recorded a 52.9% year-on-year increase in the deficit spending to 12.86 trillion naira in 2023 from 8.41 trillion in 2022. The rise in deficit spending was driven by a 40.6% rise in expenditure, which moderated the impact of a 20% increase in revenue during the review period. Following the same trend, expenditure rose to 18.83 trillion naira in 2023, representing 20.5% year-on-year increase from 13.39 trillion naira recorded in 2022. The federal government recorded the highest deficit spending of 1.68 trillion naira in March 2023. We'll now turn to Kikolemo Kere for more updates on business news.
Hello and welcome to Business Report on Prime News. The latest data from the Central Bank of Nigeria reveals the extent of the dollar supply shortage as Nigerians grapple with one of the worst currency depreciation in the recent years. The data published in the CBN annual bulletin shows that only $9.8 billion was supplied by the Central Bank of Nigeria through the official investors and exports window for the entire 2023. This figure is the lowest dollar supply recorded since 2017, a year when Nigeria faced a similar foreign currency crisis. In 2017, the Central Bank of Nigeria supplied $9.3 billion to the official segment of the market as dollar inflow dried up following a decrease in crude oil proceeds. Some of Nigerian leading companies incurred a combined forex losses of 1.8 trillion naira in the financial year 2023. This is according to information contained in the financial statements of these companies. The size and magnitude of the loss were so significant that it effectively wiped out the shareholders' funds of some companies, forcing mega restructuring for others. The staggering losses were triggered by the devaluation of Naira following the Tinubu's administration forex unification policy launched in June 2023. Following a series of devaluation, the Naira closed the year at an official exchange rate of 907 Naira to a dollar compared to 461 Naira to a dollar at the start of the year. This led to a massive foreign currency losses incurred by most Nigerian businesses with dollar-denominated obligation when translated in local currency. According to data, the losses cut across several sectors such as consumer goods, telecommunication, and cement production. Since the start of April 2024, the Nigerian stock market has been a bearish run, with all share index declining by 6.16% and the market capitalization falling by 3.63 trillion naira within the same period. The Nigerian Exchange Limited closed with an all-share index of 98,121.3 points, in contrast with the 104,562.06 points by the start of the market in April. In terms of the market capitalization, the NGX closed with a market cap of 55.49 trillion naira, in contrast with 59.12 trillion naira at the start of the month. However, the massive loss incurred in the NGX this month has been offset by the impressive gain produced in the market in the first quarter of 2024. Kikolemo Kere Global Television News.
The Corps Marshal of the Federal Road Safety Corps, Daouda Ali Bello, has said that a total of 33 persons died in 62 road traffic crashes during this year's Easter celebration. Speaking during the press conference on the outcome of the 2024 Easter and the Infantry Special Patrol Operation that lasted from March 28 to April 2nd and April 8 to 13, 2024, respectively, the Corps Marshal said during the 2024 Easter Special Patrol period, the Corps recorded 62 road traffic crashes. This is against the 107 in the same period of 2023, representing 42% decrease. These crashes involved 417 people in 2024, in contrast to 705 in the previous year, also indicating a significant reduction of 40.9%. Analysis also shows that of the aforementioned crashes, the Corps also recorded reduction in the fatality as 33 victims were killed in 2024 against 81 killed in the same period in 2023. This represents a 59.3% reduction. The Nigeria's House of Representatives has called for calm over the recent allegations of discrimination against Nigerians at a supermarket in Abuja operated by Chinese nationals, promising that the two get to the root of the matter and ensure redress when necessary. The lawmakers noted that Nigeria and China share a long-standing relationship characterized by mutual respect, cooperation, and friendship over the years, which has yielded many benefits for both countries. In a statement jointly signed by the chairman, House Committee on China and Nigerian Parliamentary Friendship Group, Rep. Jafaru Yakubu, and House Spokesman, Chairman, House Committee on Media and Public Affairs, Rep. Akin Rotimi, the lawmakers said they believe in the importance of mutual respect and understanding between nations, and the House condemned any form of discrimination or prejudice. We now turn to Animal Chunk for more updates on entertainment news.
The Court of Appeal Lagos Division has reserved judgment in the appeal filed by Nollywood actor Baba Ajesha, following being convicted of sexual assault of a minor and sentenced to 6 years in prison. Baba Ajesha asked the appellate court to overturn the judgment of the lower court. His notice of appeal, which was submitted, was marked CA/LGA/544/23. However, on Tuesday, a three-man panel of the appellate court, led by Justice Folashade Ojo, had his appeal and reserved judgment to a later date to be communicated. During the appeal, Baba Ajesha's lawyer, Kayode Olabiran, urged that the prosecution could not prove the age of the victim he assaulted. He also urged that the actor was set up. Taking to social media on Monday, Effiong shared his excitement about his new chapter, saying, "Excited to announce that I will be managed by Zero Gravity, maker of Ozark and Beats of No Nation." He also spoke on how incredible being signed to the Hollywood studio was for him. Effiong ventured into Nollywood in 2018 after he founded Anarchy Films with a clear vision to champion the next wave of African narrative on the silver screen. In 2023, he released The Black Book, his first feature film, on Netflix. The action-packed movie resonated with audience globally, hitting over 20 million views and peaking at number 3 on Netflix global charts. The movie follows Richard Moffat Damijo's character, a devoted deacon who takes justice into his own hands after his son was forcefully accused of kidnapping and intriguingly killed fighting a corrupt police gang. Tiwa Savage has dropped the trailer for her upcoming film Water and Gari, which will premiere May 10, 2024. The movie follows the story of Aisha, played by Savage, an ambitious fashion designer who returns to her hometown after years away in the United States. A family loss compels her homecoming, but upon her arrival, Aisha discovers a vastly different reality. Directed by Meji Alabi and produced by Unbound Studio and JM Film. The film was shot in Cape Coast and Ghana and featured Mike Afolarin, Andrew Bunting, and Jemima Osondi. In addition to playing the lead role of Aisha, Savage also served as executive producer, composer, and performer of the original soundtrack. Chung and Amel Joseph reporting for Global TV News.
Sporting news: Nigeria was announced as winner of the International Cricket Council's Cricket Initiative of the Year 2023 in Africa, with the PWC National Under-17 Championship, which has run for 5 years. The country was among the 21 nations celebrated by the ICC following another groundbreaking effort on and off the field in the year under review. The ICC Development Initiative of the Year award recognizes the outstanding development initiative delivered during the year, and regional winners include Nigeria Cricket Federation, whose Under-17 Cricket Championship continues to provide competitive playing opportunities for boys and girls across the country. Nigeria and other regional winners from other continents will now be put forward for voting to determine the global awardees in each category. And our former Super Eagles striker Odion Ighalo has dropped a cryptic retirement hint after saying he has not more than 3 years left in a football career. The 34-year-old joined Al Weather last August from the Al Hilal in the Saudi Pro League. Ighalo, a late bloomer, made his senior debut for Nigeria in 2015 as the Eagles lost 1-0 to Uganda in a friendly. After an impressive outing at the 2019 African Cup of Nations in Tunisia, where he scored 5 goals in 7 games and led to the Eagles to a third place, Ighalo announced his retirement from the national team. Now, France's record goal scorer Olivier Giroud has reached agreement with the Los Angeles FC to join the Major League Soccer club this summer. It was reported last month that the AC Milan forward is going to join Major League Soccer on a free transfer and a contract until December 2025, and will join this summer after the expiration of his restaurant contract. It is a 7-year-old whose contract with Italian club AC Milan expires at the end of the season, has committed to an 18-month deal with a Californian club starting on August 1st, according to reports in France. This was the 8th club that 2018 World Cup winners Giroud has played for over 2 decades. Over the second consecutive time in 2 months, the Super Eagles have seen their squad market value drops in the transfer market, despite the finishing second at the 2023 African Cup of Nations Ivory Coast in February. A 3-time African champion suffered a massive drop of 121 euros. The first this year, they dropped down 2 steps and are now ranked in the 15th most valuable international team in the world, while retaining their position as the most financially invaluable team in Africa. We'll now turn to Anthony Mamudu, our sport correspondent, for more updates on business news, on sports news.
Enzo Fernandez will miss the remainder of the Premier League season after undergoing surgery to address a groin injury in time for Copa America. According to Argentine outlet Ole, the Chelsea midfielder has been suffering from hernia, a problem that affects the groin region between the lower abdomen and the thigh, for over a month. The World Cup winner will undergo surgery and is expected to be out of action for approximately 3 weeks before returning in time for the Copa America, which kicks off on June 20th in the United States. Chelsea medical staff initially sought to address the issue with a non-invasive procedure, but after consulting with Argentina's team doctors, it became apparent Fernandez would require surgery, and with the Blue season effectively over after they were knocked out of the FA Cup on Saturday, all parties agreed that the best course of action for the 23-year-old would be to undergo treatment before the Copa America. Jurgen Klopp apologized for Liverpool's abject performance in their first Merseyside derby defeat at Goodison Park since 2010, with captain Van Dijk saying Reds players need to take a look in the mirror. Everton were deserved winners in the complete performance after goals from Gerard Braithwaite and Dominic Calvert-Lewin gave them a significant steps towards safety while putting a dagger into Liverpool's title hopes. Everton boss Sean Dyche, meanwhile, was delighted with his team's display, one of the best of his tenure at Goodison Park. Liverpool are closing in on Arne Slot as they work on a deal with Feyenoord to make him their next manager. Anfield officials contacted the Dutch champions on Wednesday with a first offer of compensation for the 49-year-old who does not have a release clause in his contract. It is expected a fee of more than £10 million will be required to land Slot, who will look to bring a number of his staff with him, including assistant Skip K. Hochschoff. The situation is developing quickly and talks to bring slots to Anfield could even be concluded before the weekend. May Sport reported on Tuesday how Slot had emerged as Liverpool's preferred candidate to take over from Jurgen Klopp, who has 4 games left at the club. Slot, who was considered by both Tottenham and Chelsea last summer, has found immense success since joining the Dutch side in 2021 and has become one of the most progressive coaches in European football. Referees Chief Howard Webb will hold peace talks with Nottingham Forest owners this week, at which the VAR audio of their 3 penalty appeals in Sunday's controversial defeat at Everton will be played to the club. Forest requested access to referee Anthony Taylor's conversations with VAR Stuart Atwell earlier this week after criticizing the latter's appointment for the game at the Goodison Park on the grounds that he is a Luton fan, with refereeing body PGMOL happy to oblige. PGMOL's protocol is to make VAR audio available to any club that requests it, with Webb understood to be planning to play the recordings to Forest in an online meeting this week before their next game against Manchester City on Sunday. Webb will also speak to one of the Forest owners, Evangelos Makinakis, or minority shareholder Socrates Kouminakis, while depending on the team's training schedule, manager Nuno Espirito Santos may also be present. And that's how we call it a wrap on the sports news update. I am Anthony Momodu.
As we'll wrap up News Prime, let's take a look at our top stories. Former Senate spokesperson Ayogo Eze dies at 66. Naira loses 0.64% against dollar at official market. MFLA printed 684.5 million Naira with 18.9 billion Naira, says EFCC in a fresh charge. At a foreign scene, United Kingdom University offers Nigerians 44 million scholarships. And in sports, Nigeria wins ICC award. That's the package on News Prime, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're on Star Times, channel 276. Kindly follow us on all social media platforms using a Global TV NG and hold the handles shown on your screen. I am Medical Michael. Many thanks for watching News Prime. See you again.